Looking for something fun to watch? The KJ Today Show has you covered. We're bringing Hollywood to Indianapolis and positive vibes to our community. It's pop culture, people to know, and pets. Watch it happen live Wednesdays at 7 on YouTube or catch up on demand. Well, hello. Welcome to the KJ Today Show. I swear we're here. There we are.
I think Socks is here. I don't know. Socks and KJ are here. I'm not.
Why did Patches come up here and adjust the camera so that you weren't on it?
Clearly, Patches, are you trying to tell me something? I'll leave right now.
Don't you dare. We got too much to do, Jonna. We've been super pumped about tonight. If you are, this is your first time with the KJ Today Show, we are powered by PopCon and the Town Post Network, and we bring you a positively fun hour filled with pop culture, people to know, and pets. We're going to promise you we will do our best to make you smile, whether it's been a great day in your life or a rough day in your life. You have found a great place to be. Now, I see that the comments are coming in already. That's because we are not just a show. We are a community, and we would love for you to comment with your crew number. Hello, Mary Beth, crew number 21. Aaron, crew number 58. Whoop, whoop. Jessica, crew number 32. While you guys are all checking in, crew number 5, Shelly. The to-do list for tonight is to stay active in those comments. Give us some good news, because we'll be doing Tell Me Something Good at the end of the show. Sign up for the crew if you haven't already. That's KJ Crew with a K.com, KJ Crew with a K.com. Please make sure that you head over to YouTube if you can and watch us there, because it helps us grow our channel, youtube.com/KJ Today. All right. So we've got some really cool guests tonight. We've got John Ratzenberger, which I can't even believe I got to talk with this guy. Did not know. I mean, obviously, I know he's a big deal, right?
He is a big deal.
I didn't know.
Cliff from Cheers.
Mac
the truck from freaking,
yep.
What, Cars?
Yeah.
It's called Cars.
Oh, yeah. And then, Toy Story.
Yes.
He's the little piggy bank.
He is.
So when I had an opportunity to talk with him, I immediately went to your questions. So we've got a couple of really cool questions, fan questions John will be answering tonight. And then we've got, I don't even know if I say local spotlight, our friend Chris Spangle, who you may know from the Bob and Tom Show, the Chris Spangle Show. He is now a part of the BET hit series, Miss Pat Settles It.
Well, now I gotta go watch that because Chris is on it.
Miss Pat Settles It, man. He's one of the jurors. Like,
that is great.
It's so fun. He and I have worked together for years, and we've never been, to my knowledge, he may correct me, but we've never been on a show together. So here we are. That's one of the fun things about not being like tied down to a radio station, is like Chris works in Bob and Tom. I don't care. Come on our show. It's awesome. Actually, I talked to a comedian today, Dan Cummins, who's he'll be on the YouTube channel next week. And I got to share the story with him of how we used to have him in all the time if you listened on the Smiley Morning Show. And he actually got banned from our show by our general manager. And so I was like, I have to tell him. He remembered everything. I'm telling you, you are not going to want to miss.
But why?
It was, and that's the thing. I could not remember what he did, but it was during that time where You remember when Justin Timberlake took the thing off Janet
Yes.
Jackson, and we all like
Yes.
saw her boob kind of for
Yes.
like half a second, and
Yes.
it ruined everything.
Mhm.
They took it out on radio. Like it was, like, I don't know why. Like we couldn't do anything, and we had to get dump buttons so nobody said anything wrong. And it was like right during that time. And I don't even remember what he said. I just remembered that every time he would come back to town, our friend at Crackers would be like, "Do you want to have Dan?" And we'd be like, "Oh man, we're really booked, darn it." Because we didn't want to be like, "You're not allowed back in this radio station ever because our general manager hates you."
Oh my God. That's wild.
Oh man, I lit up when my producer that arranges these interviews sent it over. Like, would you be interested in talking to Dan Cummins? I'm like, oh my God, would I ever?
I haven't talked to that guy in years.
Yeah. So yeah, gonna be a fun show tonight, and we are ready to get things going. We got Craig here in Indy, crew number 11. Thank you for checking in. I know I only call him Craig.
His name is Grandpa Patches. Thank you.
Let's see. Leanne says, I like the new comment highlight on the screen.
Thank you. That actually, I forgot to change that back from when we were doing book club. So that's why it looks like that.
Oh, it's the little bubble.
Uh-huh.
That's nice. I like the bubble.
Thank
you got it. Yeah, I mean, we got to keep growing.
I just think it's like softer looking, you know? So
yeah.
Like, I like it, you know?
Hey, man, you're the executive producer. Make the decisions.
Look, KJ, you know me, and you know that I am bad at the decisions. Okay?
Oh, man. You know what you're good at, though? Helping me with the announcements. Are you
announcements?
Oh my gosh, we have announcements.
Announcements.
We have announcements.
It's been so long since we've had announcements.
Doing this show, like doing this full show once a month so that we could do like more interviews and book club and stuff like that. We are so ridiculously full of energy in this one show. The announcements start with bringing back another old school fun thing that we used to do. The Kind of Nerdy Night Out is back. Woo! And it's happening on producer Jonna's birthday. We would love for you to join us Friday, November 10th at the AMC Traders Point to see the Marvels. Did you like how I used the goose version of the poster?
Yes.
That came out on National Cat Day.
Of course it did.
Goose and all his flirking friends. So we're going to be doing that next Friday. You can come at 6:00. We'll hang out in that little bar at AMC, celebrate Jonna's birthday.
Gifts are encouraged.
Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous.
Also, if you don't want to you can get me a gift card to Barnes and Nobles.
You know how some people are like, it's not a big deal about my birthday. Ooh, Susan Phillips, crew 57, checking in. Like, oh, don't worry about my birthday. Jonna's
worry about my birthday.
Excuse me, it's my birthday. Okay,
worry about my birthday. Look, I tell people all the time because people are like, why do you make such a big deal about your birthday? Because every other day of the year, it's about everybody else. This is the one day a year where it can be about me.
I love it. And I love that the Marvels is coming out, so we can have this kind of nerdy night out.
I was so excited to see everybody.
Yay. Another announcement. Very excited to let you know that our December show, remember we do a live show the first Wednesday of every month.
Look at that picture of us.
Don't you love it? Dave Coulier is going to be joining us on Wednesday, December 6th.
I love Dave Coulier.
Yes. Super fun to know that we're going to have him on the show. And yeah, I had time to go through some of our staff photos, and I was like, look at that.
We're so cute.
Patches hates everything about this. Like
he's literally sitting there like, oh my God, I cannot wait to leave this place.
It's the exact face he makes through the entire show, which is why he's not on camera very often. All right. And also, you guys, what am I going to have to do here? I mean, Dora still needs a home.
Look at her.
Adopt Dora. Look how cute she is.
Look.
I'm going to play a little video later in the show. It's going to pull on your heartstrings.
Let me tell y'all what. I saw that video. KJ sent that video to me, and I was like, I don't even have $75, but I'll go get this cat. Maybe Socks needs a sister. I don't know.
She smiles all the time. Like, she's got the most smiley face. She's so sweet. We found her in our our backyard. There she is, the big smile.
She's so cute.
She's super tiny. Like she looks like she's a big cat.
She looks big in those pictures.
She is not. She is just the tiniest little thing. She's like petite, lovey, smiles all the time, great with other cats, great with people. She's a dream cat. I just, of course, my cats could not.
Your cats are just a bunch of cat haters.
They could not roll with it. Thank you, Susan. She said, I can't believe that she's not adopted yet. I know. It's been 10 days at Indie Humane.
Look, stop it, guys. Okay.
I know. So somebody, please, I'm putting the pressure on today.
Please adopt her. So, because I don't have time to get socks ready for a sibling.
All right. So, at this point in the show, we do Patch's absolutely favorite segment. It's a thing we do. It's called Dumb Jokes.
Patch's favorite segment.
Yeah. So do you want to bring our guest in? Do you think he should be here for Dumb Jokes?
I absolutely think Spangle should be here for that.
All right. Let's
look at that bookcase behind him. Oh my goodness.
Hi. Excuse me. Hi, everybody. Sorry. I'm on the wrong camera too. Oh my goodness. This is embarrassing.
This is embarrassing.
This is embarrassing. I'm supposed to be a professional.
This
is like when I worked at WXNT. And I was
like, Chris is going to be here early so we can do like sound checks. I was like, he's a professional. Okay.
No, it helps. I just banged my mic around. So
it's like when I was Abdul's producer and I was an intern and they let me actually run the board with no days experience. And I just hit buttons all wrong randomly. Here's the governor. It was ridiculous.
Been there.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, there you are.
There we go.
I know you didn't want to stay on it, but I liked the wider shot because it showed the bookcase.
Okay, let's talk about your bookcase. Are those built-ins?
Well, no, they're IKEA bookshelves, and I've got the 4 here, and then I've got 2 more here. All the books are double stacked, and then I've got probably another 5 shelves worth of boxes in the basement. Maybe more. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a problem.
Chris, when are you inviting me to your house?
Are you a book nerd?
Oh my God, Chris, I have a whole book club, bro.
We have that.
You do?
Yeah. Would you like to join us? It's the Can't Commit to a Book Club.
You know what's funny is I probably in the process of reading 700 different books right now. I've probably read 800 different introductions, and I finished like 10 books.
Oh my gosh.
That's the most relatable thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Can I tell you guys, can I make another announcement because I'm so excited?
Another announcement.
And you guys are book nerds, so you're gonna love this. And I hope that he doesn't cancel because I normally don't announce guests.
I know. Oh no, you're gonna announce that one?
I am.
If you're excited about it, you should not announce it.
You don't think I should?
Yeah. I don't know because that's like bad karma, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I will tell you, it is one of the biggest authors of all time.
John Green?
John Green.
It's not John Green. If you can get me John Green, I would lose my mind.
Robert Ludlow?
No.
Let's just
bigger.
James Patterson.
But on that level.
I mean, I know who it is. So like,
right?
I'm just.
Yeah. I'm like, no, John. All right. Well, I'm not going to announce it because Chris told me not to.
You shouldn't. You will just jinx it. My guest close rate is like 75%, 25% of people just don't show up, especially don't do it.
Okay.
Look, man, I've been there before. Okay.
All right. It is not Dr. Seuss, but thank you for your guess.
That man is resting in peace.
That would be a Halloween miracle.
Right. All right, so we're gonna have our wonderful little bit. We always kick the show off with just some silly dumb jokes. You might call them dad jokes. We know that they're not really funny, but they make us laugh anyway.
Hilarious.
And here I was having a good time.
They really stress Patches out.
Spangle's here. It's like, yeah, honestly, awesome. Show's going great. And dumb jokes.
It's a good thing that Patches doesn't have hair already because this segment would make him bald.
That's true. Yeah. That's
you
true.
not all like right. Dad jokes?
Oh my God.
No, he doesn't.
I really don't.
Watch him, Chris.
Too funny, too much joy, too much happiness.
Too much joy.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. He doesn't like the joy. He's against the joy.
Who likes joy?
Yep. Right. I'm anti-joy.
All right, here we go, guys. For the reels, right? Here we go. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Dumb jokes. All right, my friends, it's time to tell you some dumb jokes we already know aren't funny, but they're going to make us laugh anyway. Jonna, we start with a cat joke.
I love it.
I know. Jonna, how does a cat like their steak cooked?
I don't know, KJ. How do they like their
I've
steak
been practicing
cooked?
this. I've been practicing
I've been
this.
practicing.
Meowdium. Wow.
All right, you know what? I'm on Patch's side.
Thank you, Chris.
Meowdium.
Thank you, Chris.
Wow.
Did your cat write that
with the
joke?
little steak. And he's laughing at the steak.
Half the fun of these jokes are the graphics. So I'm telling you, if you're listening on Spotify or something right now, you got to go watch on YouTube.
I can't breathe.
Okay, all right. Well, that one didn't go over well.
See, Chris, this is what I deal with. Come on.
All
That's
right,
what it takes for me.
all right, here we go.
Oh.
Dumb joke. Why did Spider-Man's evil twin fail his driving test?
I don't know, KJ. Why?
Because he was a bad parallel parker. Ba-dum-bum.
All right,
Where's my dinner?
here's what I'm gonna do for you because I'm a guest.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, did you get it? Because his last name's part. Get it? Because they're you get it?
Oh,
You get
okay,
it?
all right.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it. Now I get it.
Okay,
I didn't get it till the third got it.
all right. There we go.
Mhm.
There's only one more. Then
Yeah, and
we'll
his
move
parents
on
and
to
his
the
aunt and
important
uncle are
stuff.
dead. Yay. So, okay, let's go.
I really only do these for Jonna. Let's be honest. All right. Let's get through this.
Much.
One more. Okay, you ready, Jonna?
Let's go.
Okay, dumb joke. Why did the 80s music fan change all of his passwords to Kenny?
I don't know, KJ.
Why?
So he could have all Kenny logins.
All right, that was good. All right, I liked that one. That was pretty funny.
Look at that nice picture of Kenny Loggins right there. That is prime Kenny Loggins.
Come
right
on,
there.
Peaches. That was objectively funny.
Thank you very much. If you have a dumb joke, please tag me, submit it to us. We'd love to feature your dumb joke on
Please
the
don't.
next show.
Just please don't.
And I don't know why we always follow up the dumb jokes with Jonna's segment, because we have to get her composed. The Kenny Loggins joke really broke her.
She's not okay. All right, look, it was funny, Jonna, but come on.
Oh, it wasn't that funny.
It was funny. You're wrong. It was objectively funny.
I'm sobbing over here. Oh my
I
God.
respectfully disagree, Spangle.
I'm a student of comedy. A failed student of comedy, but
Okay.
All right. So we have Chris here because he's actually popping in pop culture. So let's get right to it and turn it over to Jonna with what's popping in pop culture. Pow, 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 with executive producer Jonna. Pow, 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 powered by Conquest Journals. You got that? You got that?
oh, come on.
I really was trying to stop.
Okay. All right.
No, okay.
All right.
There's nothing better than an inappropriate church laugh, when or like classroom laughter where you're not supposed to be laughing. Nothing better.
Chris, I'll tell you what, I will laugh. Okay.
Me too.
All right, I'm gonna give you a little more time by properly introducing our guest. Joining us is Chris Spangle from the Chris Spangle Show and the BET hit TV show Ms. Pat Settles It.
Oh goodness!
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Let's talk about. I've seen you doing, different events and things with Ms. Pat, but I've never been able to ask you, like, how did this happen? Like, how are you like her guy?
Let me ask you the question everybody wants to know is how did Chris Spangle end up on BET?
Yes. Honestly, Chris, that was my question. I just didn't want to say it, okay? I was like, how did this ginger man get on BET?
Jesus and Miss Pat are the only answers. So I've worked at Bob and Tom for 10 years. I'm their web director. I do all the behind the scenes, manage a little team, and do all the digital stuff. So anything you see online from Bob and Tom kind of passes through my hands. And I've gotten to know a ton of comedians working there. Obviously, if you're not familiar with, it's a national syndicated radio show based here in Indianapolis, and 40-year heritage Hall of Fame radio show that's like really comedy based. And Miss Pat moved to Plainfield, Indiana, my hometown. And the thing you need to know about Plainfield is that when Miss Pat moved to Plainfield, the black population went from 0 to 6. And so she had grown up in inner city Atlanta. Her book Rabbit is one of the best 3 books I've ever read. And I read it before I knew her. I can say that objectively. And she had a very tough childhood in inner city Atlanta, never really had any exposure to white people, was drilled into her head that you should be afraid of white people. And then she chooses to move to Plainfield, Indiana, of all places, from Atlanta, because her husband got a job at the local GM plant, or Allison's. I can't remember which, but I think it was Allison's. And they picked Plainfield because of the schools. And so she's like driving around Plainfield going, what is all this tall grass? She meant corn. And so, she had a culture shock, and then, she would come in and we were both working on losing weight. We weren't losing weight, but we pretended that the other was losing weight as a way of being nice to each other, and just kind of had a good rapport over the years as she came in. And she was just always one of my favorite comedians. And somewhere around 2018, she started asking, how would I do a podcast? And I would give her advice and tell her, because I've been podcasting since 2007. I started when we worked together at Intercom there in Indianapolis with Abdul. I have my own podcast that's been 12 years running, the Chris Spangle Show. And then I was like, you really should do it, because as a comedian, it's a great way to like have people get to know you, connect with your fans, build like a platform where people can connect. And she was like, but it's a lot of work. I don't know how to do it. I was like, yeah, for a reasonable fee, I probably could help. And so she called me one day and she's like, look, Joe Rogan called and said, I need to do a podcast. And if I do it, he will have me on his show. And this is peak Joe Rogan, late 2019, I think. Okay. No, it was late 2018, early 2019. I think it was January.
Was this when the Spotify deal hit? And
before.
Like before. Right before.
Wow.
Okay,
and the thing that like Rogan at that point was at the height. Now he's on Spotify. The bump isn't as big. He's still culturally relevant, but like at that point it was just mega. And so she invited me over to her house, said, I'm starting a podcast. Would you come over and just help me get started? I said, sure. Thinking I'm just going to help her for, an episode, kind of get the ball rolling, turn it over to some producer she finds. She says, you want to be my co-host? And I said, sure. We did 2 or 3 episodes and it was fine. But then she brought in Dion Curry, a local comedian. And that chemistry between the 3 of us really made this show what it is. And especially through 2020 and 2021, having a lot of conversations about race and COVID and big issues and just getting to know each other, like hearing her stories for the first time. It was a ton of fun to kind of go through that. And it was an education for me, one that I didn't have living in Plainfield. We knew the same people. Her son was my brother's best friend. Like, so she was actually at my house for my brother's graduation and I didn't remember them. And she goes, you don't remember the 4 largest blackest people in all of Plainfield being in your house for graduation? I said, doesn't ring a bell to me. And so
you said, was I even there?
Yeah. And so it's just, it's been awesome. I mean, we've built this great audience on the Pat Down podcast, and they're called the Crack Babies because she used to sell crack. And they're the most dedicated fan base I've ever seen that have just helped take her career from working clubs and, touring and, starting like headlining. But, there's a difference when you're a comedian, KJ, this, where it's like people are going for the bachelorette party and happen to see you versus they're showing up for you.
Yes.
And that clicked in 2019. And a big part of that was the podcast. And then those fans just took it. Miss Pat Settles It, TV shows, movies, books, just everything. I mean, she's just killing it. And, she does everything to give back to those fans because they've given us so much.
Well, I know you're going to work on getting her on the show. She was offered to me through the producer. She did a radio tour and I was like, oh, it was on a day I couldn't do it. And I was like, oh man, I would love that opportunity. Give us a little bit of the behind the scenes of being a juror on Miss Pat Settles It.
Yeah. So I thought I was being tricked. Like literally, this is not a joke. So I get a call December, January of last year from a producer from television. They didn't say what network. And we're working with Miss Pat. I'm like, okay. And we want to do an audition. And so I do an audition with this guy who's just like in a generic looking office on Zoom. And I did well. I did well enough to get invited to the pilot.
What do you have to do?
So you just talk to them and you kind of they give you some lines or you come up with your own lines and you're just kind of like talking to a producer and just, telling them about yourself. And they're just trying to get a sense of you. And do you have a personality? And I don't know if he was drunk that day, but he said I did. And so then went and shot the pilot. And so the week before, Pat hadn't said anything to me about it. Dion hadn't said anything. And so,
that's so weird.
It was really weird. And so I texted her assistant and I said, is Pat going to LA next week? She said, yeah. I go, for a TV show? Yeah. Is it this thing? She goes, yeah. I go, okay, then I'll give him my flight information. There's like everything I do is from a place of insecurity. So I'm like, there's no way somebody wants me on a TV show. Went and did the pilot. It went well enough to get me some episodes and went and did the episodes in Atlanta. And next thing I know, I'm sitting next to Ray J on a TV show.
What a dream.
Yeah, man.
It's been awesome. Like the show, if you're not familiar with it, it's called Miss Pat Settles It. And it's on tonight, actually at 10 p.m. on BET every Wednesday through, I think, December, January. And you can watch on YouTube, TV, BET, Hulu Live, all that. And Pat is a Judge Judy type juror. She's the only judge in television history that has been in jail and had her nipple shot off and also shot other people. Take that, Judy.
That's impressive.
Wapner never did never sold crack cocaine.
Oh my God.
That we know of. We don't know if he did or not. And so she judges real cases between real people. They're all fantastic and weird and insane. She's got a celebrity jury and me. And then an audience. And it is so well done. It's done by a production company that's done Jersey Shore, Tool Academy, Tila Tequila. Like they know how to do this stuff. And it's sentimental, sweet, hilarious, drama, fighting, breaking stuff. It's just nothing like it on TV. It's so good.
We're gonna have to do a watch party for this.
That's what I was thinking. If we did a watch party, would you want to come over and join us and watch along?
I totally would. Can I bring muffins?
On this cat. We got a cat, guys.
There's a kitty cat. Oh,
this
my
is Muffins. This is grumpy old 12-year-old Muffins.
Very grumpy.
Yes.
Yeah, but she's the sweetest.
She just looks tired.
She said, "Can you please put me down?"
Well,
and I owe you dinner anyway, so we're good.
That's right. Last time we were supposed to come over for dinner, and I said, "Hey, my wife's having a baby in like a week, and she wants to cancel. Is that okay?"
Well, it was so weird.
KJ told me about that.
Because I'm like, we're planning it, and I'm like, "Aren't you having a baby?" He's like, "Yeah, but like for not like a week. It'll be fine." I'm like,
"It'll be fine."
Sure. That's like your wife wants to come to our house.
Jada, men are stupid. So
you said it.
She's super cool and she rolls with everything and loves meeting people. She's like, I'm an introvert who's very shy in real life, and she's like a golden retriever. So she loves people and events and going places and dinner. And so I was like, she'll be up for it. She's like, my ankles are swollen. I'm swollen. This baby's about to come out. I don't want to go looking like this. I'm like, all right, well, KJ's cool there. I was like, you haven't bought the food yet, have you?
I was like, yeah, man, I'm real cool with your wife not having to come to our house when she is about to have a baby.
Could you imagine if your wife's water broke while you were at KJ's house?
Oh,
all those cats in here like, what's going on?
It's like this hard, traumatic pregnancy. That's all these problems. She's like, I need to be in bed. I was like, but it's KJ.
Well, that's
KJ.
That's what most people say.
I said, but it's KJ, and she said, I don't care if it's the Pope.
That's fair.
And yes, your baby is adorable.
Super.
Jessica, who is one of our founding crew members, the Kind of Nerdy Network, used to teach with your wife. It's a very small world.
Oh, cute. Yeah, if you go to my Instagram, Spangle, you can see all kinds of gratuitous pictures of baby Matthew. He is adorable, and he looks just like me.
Matthew.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm finna go follow Chris right now.
Like that baby just like came out.
You don't
already?
like,
I want to look like my dad.
We are Peaches. We are past the old man or Dobby stage because babies only get 2 options, and now we're into the full blown. I'm wearing a Chris Spangle mask for Halloween.
I love it.
I think you gave out your Instagram. Any other places that you want people to go find all of your stuff, Chris?
Yeah, chris-spangle.com. You can find all my projects. Check out Miss Pat Settles It. Listen to the Pat Down. If you like this show, you'll like that show. If you're into libertarian politics, then Chris Spangle show's going to be your jam. But that's a hard reach on a pop culture show.
Can I ask? Do your libertarian friends need any advice on owning cats? Because I'm an expert.
He said no.
No. Here's the thing about libertarians: they're good at owning cats and guns and not many friends, no dates. Just watching Jordan Peterson on YouTube and
well,
oh my god!
If I can ever help your libertarian friends with anything cat related, you call me up.
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. Believe me, you're like, I don't care about Jackson Galaxy at all. That guy's a poser compared to KJ.
Oh,
So,
Wow,
Chris, you're not a liar, because I thought something was wrong with my cat, and I immediately text KJ. I was like, okay, this is what is happening right now. What should I do? She's like, call a vet.
I don't know why I don't have the KJ cat hotline going, because
you just need to grow weird facial hair and call Discovery and see if you can get Jackson Galaxy's old time slot.
Oh my gosh, there is no. Yeah. Talk to your friends at BET. Do they need a cat lady there?
Black people own cats,
right? They do.
I'm a black people. I own a cat.
Let me call BET and say, look, I've got another one for you. I don't think they're looking for you, KJ. But
I have someone whiter than me that wants to be on the network. I
have another ginger that wants to be on BET, in case you were wondering.
And listen, she's got a friend that's part black, so it's okay.
Look, I got an afro, bro. Like, we're already winning over here.
Yeah.
Already.
Oh
my god. Look. You're not Tyler Perry. You can't star in the Tyler Perry episode. So here we go. But maybe we can get, a cat on the jury.
Right?
Oh, there you go.
God. How chaotic would that be?
That would be awesome.
So awesome.
I'm gonna warn you though, Pat is not a huge cat fan. So
that's okay.
She's just not. She came over to my house, and her and Mittens did not get along.
Oh,
okay. They're not for everyone.
Right.
I don't try to make people into cat fans. I try to help the cat fans that already have them
exactly
actually exist with them better.
Chris, do you know why I have a cat? Because of KJ.
It was on the show. I was showing the pet of the week, and she was like, "Oh my god, do I need to get a cat?" I was like, "Yeah, you do."
No, I don't need to get a cat, and here I am with a cat.
All right,
Patches, does she like walk down the alley, open her trench coat, and go, naked. You want a cat?
No, Patches does that.
That is Patches,
yeah,
absolutely.
Patches is the one that collects the cats.
And
Are
the
you
raccoons.
Exactly.
You two are strapped at all times with 4 cats ready.
Yeah, in secret time. It's actually I'm the crazy cat lady and not KJ.
It is true. It is true.
Yes.
All right, we've got to play Don't Screw the Crew. I wish that I had just canceled everything for tonight and just hung out with you, Chris, but we got tickets to give away and stuff like that. So
we got to pop in pop culture.
I hope that you enjoyed yourself and that you'll come back.
Anytime. You got my number. I'm around.
Right. I do. And we'll be having you over for dinner. You can be a special guest on What's Cooking with Patches and the Cats.
All right. Hopefully we'll do it in the next 6 months so she's not pregnant, hopefully.
I don't want to know. You got it.
It's not my business.
I want to have another kid, but just give me like 6 to 9 more months, please. She comes from a family 11.
There are some ways to make sure that doesn't happen, but I don't have time to get into it.
Boy,
not in this household.
Really took a turn.
Lord.
Everything in our house is a pull-out couch.
Please have your Spangle neutered.
Please stay and neuter your Spangles.
Your Spangles.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much,
Oh my
Chris.
God.
We will we will have you back soon and go give a little love to Matthew and admittance too.
All right. Thank you.
Sorry. The worst. Okay, goodbye. That was our friend Chris Spangle, the Chris Spangle Show, and Miss Pat settles it.
Oh, we're definitely gonna be watching that.
Man, we are, and we aren't even done. Man, we got What's Poppin' headlines for you. We got Don't Screw the Crew.
There's too much stuff going on.
So much stuff going on.
I'm sorry I couldn't stop laughing.
My gosh, that was fine.
I haven't felt so much joy in so long. I just needed the joy in my life.
Man, I loved how much fun you were having with those dumb jokes.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm here for it. All right, Jada.
Would it be
What's
safe
poppin'?
to say that you crossed into the danger zone?
The danger zone. Oh man, Kenny Loggins loves that. Change all your logins to Kenny Loggins. Thank you. All right, Jana, what else?
KJ,
Yeah.
I know you'll be excited about this.
I am.
New Kids on the Block's going on tour.
Oh yes,
With Paula Abdul and DJ Jazzy Jeff. They are coming. They're actually ending their tour in Indianapolis.
Are
next
they
year.
really?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Indy
I
is
didn't
their
know
last
who was coming with them this time. I
Paula
heard they were coming.
Abdul and
Nice.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Man, I loved her because I wanted to be a dancer.
Yes.
Growing up.
See, you can go see her. They're
right
gonna be at Ruoff.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Did you give a date? Do you know a date?
They're gonna be here on August 25th.
All right, thank you, Jonna. What else is popping?
Joe Pickett got canceled.
Oh no.
I was so sad. I was on the pop culture website and it was like Paramount cancels show. And I'm like, what show?
Oh.
And it said Joe Pickett. And I was like, why would you do this to me? Like, I've been sitting and waiting because there was the actor strike and the writer strike. There was all these strikes going on. And I'm like, they're not going to cancel Joe Pickett. And it got canceled. And I'm very sad about it.
Oh, did the actor strike? Did they figure things out today? I know they were close.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
We would have been blown up if it actually happened, but I know that they were close.
Yeah.
What else is popping, Jonna?
There's a new Monk movie coming out, and I'm so excited.
Are you the Monk demographic?
I love Monk. Okay. I also love Tony Shalhoub. So like, let's be honest.
To be fair, she is the Matlock demographic too.
To be fair, I'm an old lady. Okay,
that's true.
I can't help it. But they're gonna have all the original casts come back. But I do have one question because the movie centers around his daughter, who's not his daughter, but is his wife's daughter from like a previous thing that they didn't know. It's like a whole thing, right?
Oh man, that's a lot of drama.
So like the daughter's getting married, but like his wife is in the movie. And I'm like, how is his wife in the movie when she's dead? So I was very confused because all the things that I read online were like, oh, he just finds out that his wife had a daughter, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say anything about her magically being alive. So I don't know what's going on.
Maybe she's going to be in flashbacks and stuff like that.
It could be. I don't know.
Right.
But the Monk movie comes out December 8th on Peacock.
Oh, it's like not in production. Like it's almost here.
Like it's getting ready. I'm excited.
All right. And you got some book club news? And
Sure
what's popping?
do. Author Anne Shepard, she writes murder mysteries that are like the Hallmark movies and mysteries.
Oh, okay.
So they're like not so gory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so this would be my kind of.
Yeah, you're kind of mysteries.
Okay.
Yeah. Her name's Ann Shepard. She's gonna be on book club on our YouTube channel on Monday, November 6th, which, in case you're wondering, is 4 days before my birthday.
Ah, yes. By the way, if you missed our latest book club, you didn't really have to read the book. We did. It was pretty much open forum, which I think is where the book club is going to end up because we're all so bad about reading books on time. But we are gonna Iron Flame comes out next week.
Iron Flame does come out.
The follow-up to Fourth Wing is out next week. So we are going to be doing some book club stuff. So join us, or don't, because you don't have to commit to it. But it would be nice.
You don't have to commit to it, but for some reason I do.
It was your book club.
I know. I don't know.
I wasn't even supposed to be in it. Now I'm committed to it.
Well, you're the one who read the book that we were reading, and now we're here.
All right, fine.
That's all that's popping in pop culture.
All right. We're going to turn it over to producer Patches so he can tell you what all is popping over at Conquest Journal.
Well, thank you very much, KJ, because what's popping in pop culture is powered by Conquest Journals, officially licensed fan art for Harry Potter, Supernatural, Friends, Schitt's Creek, and more. And introducing the brand new Waiting for the Night collection, including our first ever book journal, matching pencil pouch, and washi tape. You guys can save 10% when you use promo code KJ today at conquestjournals.com.
Check it out, you guys.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Is the pencil pouch. It's a black cat with a book.
Y'all, when I tell y'all I weeped, okay?
She did. She cried over this.
Sobbed. I went home and slept with it. If I'm being honest, it was in the bed with me that night.
Look how beautiful it is.
It is.
And they have so much coming out. I know, Patches, you got to talk about my book in a second, but I love these puffy sticker packs. This is it's a Christmas scene. It is a Christmas scene. And then I'm so excited for Christmas. And then it comes with all of these adorable stickers.
Yep, the removable stickers, yeah.
It is November 1st, so it is Christmas time now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Christmas. All right, back to you, Patches.
Well, thank you once again, KJ, because I don't know if you guys knew, but we are celebrating 1 year of KJ's book becoming a #1 new release on Amazon.
Woo!
Learn about your cats and about KJ as you read Raised by Cats, Behind the Mic, and the House. Save 20% when you order a personalized signed copy at raisedbycats.com.
Thank you, Patches. We have the legendary John Ratzenberger coming up answering your fan questions. But I thought we'd mix it up a little bit, even though we're running so late. We're actually doing Don't Screw the Crew at the time we usually do.
I love that for us.
We've got these fabulous tickets tonight to go see Derek Huff Symphony of Dance Saturday at the Marat Theater at the Old National Center. It is going to be such a fun show, and tickets are on sale. If you're not the lucky crew member who we're playing Don't Screw the Crew for, that would be crew number 46.
Look at that kitty cat.
Oh my gosh, you got the cutest kitty cat.
Oh my goodness.
With the Snoopy dog.
I know, that's so cute.
What a kitty cat.
All right, guys, you ready to play?
No.
Don't screw the crew.
No, screw the crew. Don't screw the crew.
My friends, we've got 3 trivia questions. Producer Patches and executive producer Jonna need to get 2 out of 3 right in order for us to not screw the crew and make sure that Beth gets to go see Derek Huff this weekend.
Bloody hell.
We begin tonight, question number 1, with producer Jonna.
What up?
Producer Jonna.
I believe it's executive producer Jonna.
Executive producer Jonna.
KJ,
every time I've said every time.
To be fair, I've been producer Jonna to KJ for like 10 years.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So like, that's even my name in her phone.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It is.
So like,
executive is a lot to ask. She knows she's the executive in my heart.
I know it.
Your name just pops up as pain in the ass. Sorry.
All right.
I know it.
Question number 1 tonight, and don't screw the crew, goes to executive producer Jonna. The category is history.
Oh God. Oh no.
Jonna, name one of the 2 astronauts that walked on the moon in July of 1969.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong is correct.
Okay,
yes, we also would have accepted.
Hey, I'll tell you
Pat, did
what.
you know the other one?
I'll tell you what. If you can get the second one right, I'll give you KJ's pencil pouch since I know you don't have one.
Why would I know that? I
You
don't
know the second one.
He was on Dancing with the Stars.
Who was on Dancing?
Isn't
with the
he
Stars?
from here?
No, you're thinking
No?
about Ross.
All right.
He
The
went to
guy
Purdue, I think.
who went to the moon was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, one of the 2 guys. Yeah,
I
you got
can't
Neil
even believe
Armstrong. You don't
Pat
know who the
knows
other
that.
guy is?
How am I supposed to know that?
Oh my
Why
god,
Because
was
he's not as famous as Neil Armstrong.
Well, he should have been. Go ahead, Patches.
Buzz Aldrin.
Nice. Yes. All right. Thank you,
Yeah,
Patches.
I wouldn't have got that.
Ouch.
Y'all
All
want to
right.
know something funny?
No,
I have heard the name Buzz Aldrin before, but I definitely thought that he was like an athlete or something.
Well, now you know. See, you learned something on this show.
That's an athlete name.
Well,
Buzz.
You
Oh,
have
I'm
to
sorry. I
really
thought we were.
train to be an astronaut.
Sorry,
okay?
I thought we were doing dumb jokes again.
They didn't teach me about that in school, Patches.
All right. All right.
I got it right, so that's all that matters.
Producer Patches.
What?
Your category is
Thermonuclear dynamics.
movies.
Crap.
What role did Renee Zellweger play in 2001, 2004, and 2016? The romantic comedy movies based on the desperate life of a 30-something single female living in London.
That is a long question.
I was trying to give him more time.
What was it? Was it Alien?
No.
Oh no, she looks like an alien. My bad.
I quit.
Bridget Jones.
I'm quitting.
Rude.
Bridget Jones.
Yay!
Bridget Jones, you got it! Yay! Look at that. Good job, Patches. Yay!
I'm so proud.
All right.
And
Congratulations.
if
didn't
I'm
think
not
Patches
mistaken,
was gonna
wasn't
get that
Colin? Was it Colin Firth and Hugh Grant in it with her?
I know
Colin
Firth
Colin, yeah, but I don't know if it.
Hugh Grant was in the most recent one, I think.
I don't. Why do you know so much about that?
I've never seen
Because
Bridget Jones.
I read the book.
I haven't
read the
either. I
first
only
book.
saw trailers for him. I was like, oh my god, that is.
I know Colin was in there, but I don't know about the second person.
Oh, Jessica. Jess said yes. So
Okay. There we go.
long-term
That's
recall.
why we're so
Still
glad
got
you
it.
all watch the show because you help us when we're
Woo!
All right. Congratulations to crew number 46, Beth, who is going this weekend to see Derek Huff Symphony of Dance. Remember, that's Saturday night at the Marat Theater at the Old National Center, and tickets are on sale.
Beth, let me know how those abs look in person.
I know, right?
I bet they look real nice.
Also, congratulations to crew number 54, Angela, who is going to see the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra this weekend. I know we had an extra pair of tickets, and sometimes I've just got prizes. It's not even about don't screw the crew. I just pick a crew number, and I'm like, hey, you want to go do something cool this weekend? So
and she gets to go see Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. I love it.
Yes. Well, Patches, I'm sure we could go if you wanted to.
No, we have plans this weekend.
You know what they are doing in 2024? The Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra. It's all tying together, guys. They are actually going to do a screening of Toy Story and play with it. It's so cool when you go to these movie nights with the symphony. So
are we gonna go?
We need to, right?
I want to go.
Yes.
Like I'm saying right now on camera while we're recording live, I want to go to that.
All right. Well, while we're getting you pumped up for Toy Story, of course, when we talked to John Ratzenberger, I wanted to turn it over to you and see what kind of questions you had. And we had a wonderful, love this wonderful comment. I'm just going to share this with you. It ties into Toy Story. Melissa is listening, and she said her daughter loved the character Ham so much that she joined 4-H, and they now have 6 rescue pigs. She wanted to know what it is like for you to voice so many kids' movies, knowing that you may have that kind of influence.
I never thought about the influence when John Lasseter asked me to voice the pig. But after it comes out and you see the reaction of people, and it's quite astounding. Because when John Lasseter was the head of Pixar, he wanted to entertain. That was his bottom line. Have people enjoy it. The whole family enjoy it. There's a huge audience for family-friendly films, and so that's what I'm throwing my hat in that ring.
Isn't it just listening to him, you're like,
man,
that's John Ratzenberger,
right? I was like, oh my god. I can't believe KJ talked to that man.
I know. And he was really quiet. So you see me like moving around. I'm like, oh my God, I can barely hear him. I've got to adjust things.
But he also has like such a deep voice.
Yes.
So like it's like 10 times. It's just like Patch's, like Patch's voice is real deep, but he like booms it out, and John's like, hey, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
John Ratzenberger.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lex, please speak up. Thank you.
And did you know that Cliff was not even a character that was written for Cheers? He went in, and this is like a lesson to like take your shot, because he went into audition for a different character, and they were like, oh, okay. And as he was walking away, he said, do you have a bar know-it-all? And they were like, what are you talking about? And he explained to them, like, you can't have a bar and not have the bar know-it-all. Right. And he literally like presented Cliff to them, and they wrote Cliff into the show.
I love it.
I mean, how cool is that? His life could have been really different if he had just walked away.
Right.
He was like, what about the bar know-it-all? And here we are.
Love John Ratzenberger.
And another thing he's super passionate about. We had a question that came in from Kimberly. She's got sons who are not necessarily wanting to go to college, but they're feeling pressure to go to college, and that pressure that, if they join the skilled workforce, that they're going to be looked down upon.
Right.
John, she knew John is he's a big advocate. He's sat in front of Congress and been like, we need skilled workers. We need plumbers. We need, carpenters. We need all of this stuff. So, Kimberly, I was happy to ask that question for you. Here is John's response.
You can have all the college degrees you want, but if your roof is leaking and you can't fix it, you're going to pay a lot of money for somebody else to fix it, or your car breaks down. Or I've had a lot of experience with that. I've been giving talks for the last 20 years because I was a carpenter before I became an actor, and that's how I earned my living. And I still do woodwork, but I impressed on my kids the thought that get a skill that no one can take from you. And if you have that skill, you can get a job in a day anywhere in the world. But if you have a degree in, I don't know, some esoteric, even psychology or government or whatever it is, you're going to end up being a barista anyway. But if you have a skill, if you have a trade, you can call the shots. And you're going to be happier because you leave your work at work. You don't bring it home with you.
Oh, man.
You're going to be a barista anyway.
Look, let me tell you what. I was editing this podcast, and I swear I was like, absolutely. Because look at me over here with my college degree. And what am I doing? I'm working in a mailroom.
I know. The dream of the KJ Today Show someday being something that can actually fund our bank accounts.
Dude.
It's still out there, John.
But especially like in the generation that I'm in right now, because our parents were so, you got to go to college. You got to go to college. You got to go to college.
Yeah.
I'm like, when y'all went to college, it was like $1,000. Like, College now is $30,000
Yeah.
like a year.
Yeah.
Like I'll never be able to pay that off in my lifetime.
And you're right. And you know, and then you get out of college and you're like, well, now I need the job that's going to pay for college, but there aren't jobs.
Yeah, because you know, they tell you, oh, you'll get a job right out of college. That's a lie. They lie. And you know what? I commend skilled workers, because if my toilet breaks, I'm not fixing that, because that's nasty. I'm calling a plumber. Okay. Yep. If I oh God, I can't even tell you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go off on a whole tangent.
All right,
but
let it out.
If you love your kids, and I don't have any kids, I just have nieces and nephews. But if you love your kid and your kid does not want to go to school and they want to go learn a trade, let them.
Yeah.
Let them learn a trade, because like he said, they can get a job tomorrow once they get that. Once they get done with that, once they get that certification, they can go be an electrician. You know how much money electricians make?
It's a lot.
A ton of cash.
Yep.
Let your kids learn a skill. Even if they want to go to college and then learn a skill, let them do it. We are put onto this earth to do what we want and F up along the way. But we're going to have fun. Just do what you want. Let them do what they want.
Oh, you're made me cry.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm just like, because I've been, you're there too. Yeah. Like, you know, we went to school and we did all of these things because we were supposed to. This is what you're supposed to do. And here we are, like,
and like you said, I mean, even I at least got some good advice, because I was working at the radio station already when I was 17. And my program director, I had the dream to go to, because I grew up in Wisconsin, the dream to go to Wisconsin and jump around at the football games and have the college experience, right? And he's like, what are you doing? You already have a job doing what you love. You're going to leave the job and go spend $60,000 to learn how to do the job.
Yep.
And then you're going to get out like every other college student who's ever gotten a radio degree, and you're not going to get a job because you don't have experience.
Yep.
Like, he's like, if you need to go to college, go to the little one that's down the street.
Yep.
And stay here. And guess what? I did. And I was the only person in my class who had a job when I got out. And it wasn't because I got a degree. It was because I had 4.5 years of experience in radio already.
Yeah, they're like, go get a college degree, but have 15 years of experience. Like, that's impossible.
Yeah. And thank you, Erin. She said they can usually start the skill in high school. Our township has a career center where they can begin so many trades. That's awesome.
Lawrence Township has that, the McKenzie Career Center.
But we got to get that mindset change that there's something wrong with you if you don't go to college, or you're like a lesser individual. Like, you are still contributing in some ways more important.
Honestly, like, look, you think I cut my hair on my own? My barber went and learned how to cut hair, and I give her money to cut my hair.
Yep.
So, like, I'm not gonna cut my own hair. I'm not gonna cut my own grass. I'm not gonna put my own carpet down.
Preach. All right.
I'm sorry. All right. Let me get off my soapbox now.
All right. We got some positive vibes thing to get to here. We always wrap up the show with the positive vibes of your good news and a pet of the week. We've got some of our own good news to share. I'm not sure if Patches has returned.
Oh yeah, he's here.
Okay, we can do this, Johnny. You ready? It's time for Tell
Me
Something
good. What are we in church? I feel like we were just in Catholic church right now.
I don't know what just happened, but he got, you know what? He got something out the first time.
That's all that matters.
That's what matters. Let's go to your good news first, and then we'll share a little bit of ours. Monica said, I'm picking up our new dog Clover today from Indy Humane. Yay. I saw Monica while I was visiting Dora, and yes, I'm going to put some Dora pressure on you here in just a second, #adopt Dora. But I ran into her, the cutest, look, just like a little old dog. It's, oh my gosh, a little tiny thing. Oh my gosh, going to such a good home.
Old dogs need love too.
Yes. So excited. And Monica's like the best dog mom. So I'm happy for you. Erin says, I got my new kids tickets.
Woo-woo.
Yes, I know. What an exciting day. I'm so excited for that. Have you seen the new kids? Are you on like maybe you would go see the new kids?
I mean, I would have to like brush up on my new kids, but like, I would go.
They're such performers. It's just, I would say like go see them once.
I would want to go see them just to see like if they perform like how the Backstreet Boys perform. Because, like now instead of doing like the full rotations, they do like the half rotations.
Oh yeah.
Like,
there's
I would want to see like the geriatric version of
In their defense, they're like 75 years old. So
but still, what they're doing is so much more than I can do right now.
Right.
And the choreography is actually very good. It's very, very good.
Yes. Yes.
Joey Mack.
Speaking of Joey Mack, if you don't know, we talked to Joey Mack, and you can check that out on our YouTube channel.
Sure can.
YouTube.com/KJ Today. And finally, Sarah says, got a new job and a $5 an hour raise with it.
Whoop, whoop.
That is awesome.
Make that money,
Congratulations,
girl.
Sarah. Thank you so much for sharing your good news. We've had a lot of stuff happen since we were together last month for the live show. My sister got married. Woo! So that was wonderful and way more emotional. I mean, I knew I was going to be emotional, but I was like,
bro, KJ was crying. Okay, like she was giving her maid of honor speech, bro. She was crying. I was like, what is she even saying? What did she say? She was crying hard.
Yeah, it was a lot. But it was great. So
it was fun.
That we've got that good news. All of our cats are turning things around. We're for those of you who've been asking, I think Grayson's just like he's just old. He's just old now.
He's a grumpy old man.
Like things are harder to make better for him. But we've got him in a good place. Melody is great. We have a follow-up. She actually got off her antibiotics. So the weird stuff that was going on with her kidneys, we don't know if we're ever going to be able to repair what damage they thought might be there, but she's doing great. Everything that we're doing is making her feel better. So we're in a much better place than we were at the beginning of the month, where I was like, what is happening? I can't, like, it's been too many sick cats this year. Like, it's got to get better. So thank you for all of the positive vibes, because it's been a gazillion times where I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to get so sick of me posting about my sick cats.
Bro, every time KJ would mention, she'd be like, so I'm like, nope, no thanks.
I know.
Dude, you called me one morning just like out of the blue, and I was like, oh God, she's calling me. It's like 7 a.m. And she's like, Christ, like Melody's sick. And I'm like, oh no.
I know.
I was like, what am I supposed to do? I almost called off work because I was like, I'm sorry, there's an emergency.
Well, because it's like, she had a UTI. Like, you get the antibiotics and you move on. And then they're like, no, she's not better. And we need to do an ultrasound. I'm like, oh, and then something's on the ultrasound. I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still, it's still a bit chaotic here, but everybody is much better than they were a month ago. So that's my good news. What's your good news, Jonna?
My good news is my birthday's in 9 days.
Yeah.
Number one.
And we're having a party.
We're partying.
The Kind of Nerdy Night Out. If you didn't hear
excited.
it at the beginning of the show, next Friday night, November 10th, join us for a Kind of Nerdy Night Out to see the Marvels for Jonna's birthday.
Yep. And I also got a raise at work.
Yay!
So excited. 5%. So excited. And good news on the cat front. Malcolm's going to be coming to my house this weekend. So him and Socks can have a play date.
Yeah.
Because Socks has not been to KJ's house in like a month and a half.
I know.
And he is, every time I go down the stairs to come over here, he follows me down the stairs to try and go with me.
I know. It's just bad with Melody, because he and Johnny Storm both have this like thing with Melody.
Love Melody.
It's too much. And so I was like, oh gosh, when she got sick, I was so sad to call you and be like, Jonna, I don't think Socks can come over.
Bro, you were sad. I was sad.
Well,
he's had so much pent up energy. It's making me nuts.
So Malcolm's going to go have a play date with Socks, and we are all going to feel so much better about this. We'll make sure that we take plenty of video.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll do a live on Saturday when we're at your house.
Probably.
Let's see. Grandpa Patches says, my new Marine Corps League detachment is officially chartered. Congratulations.
Nice.
Captain James A. Graham, Detachment 1497. Simplify.
Woo! That was a lot of words.
It was a lot of words.
It was so many words. I was like, I don't even know what any of those words mean. But you go, Grandpa Patches.
That's right. And a reminder, our live shows, we're so glad that you're here with us. Our live shows are the first Wednesday of every month. And next month, it's going to be Dave Coulier with us, another legendary actor and comedian joining the show. And maybe a big special guest from the book world. So stand by for that. Let's get you our pet of the week because we want to leave you with those positive vibes. And nobody does it better than some cute dogs, cats, turkeys, rabbits. I mean, we've had it all.
We did have a turkey one.
We did.
We had a mini horse once.
We did. Our pet of the week, my friends, Groot and Bandit. Look how adorable they are. Their mom is Karen, and we start with Groot, who was, of course, named after the Guardians of the Galaxy because of his eyes and his loving, protective nature. Groot is a cancer survivor. Yay. At age 2, they found a little lump, and after a rough surgery and recovery, he's still with us. He's 9 years old. And then we also have the adorable Bandit, that little white dog you're seeing. They rescued Bandit from a hoarder house. He was starved and still to this day very anxious and codependent on his brother Groot, but he is 5 now and super protective of the family.
Oh,
so cute.
Thank you so much, Karen, for sharing your pets with us. If you want to be featured, John, are we committing to doing a pet of the week every week, even though we're not doing the show every week?
Yes, but we're gonna have to pick a day.
Okay. All right. So stand by for that. Follow me on Facebook because that's when I announce, hey, it's time to get more pets signed up for the pet of the week. Go to facebook.com/KJ on the air. And you can follow along with our House of Cats and all the announcements we make about the show. And if somebody doesn't go get Dora, we're going to have a real problem here, guys.
Yeah, because I'm going to go get her.
All right. Let's show you Dora.
She's so cute.
She was in my backyard. We spent a month. Like, listen, everybody is like, I think she picked you. We spent a month. It was gut-wrenching to realize that she was not for us and that she needed to go to Indie Humane, who we're so grateful for giving her a safe space. And she is thriving there, waiting for her forever home. But I can't believe she's still there. It's been 10 days. Here is little Miss Dora.
Hi. Oh my goodness. You're so pretty. You're a real nice lady. You are. I know that you're scared, but you're going to be safe. You got to trust that, okay? She says, I've been so hungry. Look how pretty you are. Yes, you're going to make someone the best little kitty. Yes, you are. I'm just going to show everybody what a nice girl you are. I want to be in my lap. She says, I might want to be in your lap. I want to be safe and loved. Okay? Because we got really nice people like Indie Neighborhood Cats and Indie Humane. We're going to make sure that you don't have to be outside anymore. I'm going to make someone a really nice pet.
Enough time with Dora there. You okay, Jonna?
I am unwell.
I know.
I am unwell.
She is such a lovely. I mean, she's a dream cat. Like,
God,
she's good with other cats. She's got, just enough like a little bit of like spice to her. Like, she's not complacent, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's full of energy. But she is just a lover. She wants to be in your lap, and she does the like jumping up thing. Like when you're petting her, she like jumps up so that her head can touch your hand.
Oh my God.
She is a doll. So
somebody go adopt her,
please go and get
I don't
Dora.
have room in my apartment.
All right.
For the cat.
She is at Indie Humane. If you have any questions about her, reach out to me. I'm happy to help talk you into adopting Dora.
I'm also happy to help talk you into it.
All right, we've got if you missed it last night, there was a What's Cooking with Patches.
Oh yeah, what'd you cook?
It was a brand new recipe. He made stuffed red peppers, and it was Donna. Jonna. I almost called you your mother's name. Donna. Oh my gosh,
How
Donna.
aggressive.
Jonna. It was. I was gonna say delightful and Jonna, and I said Donna.
Jonna is in fact delightful.
You are in fact delightful. So check out What's Cooking with Patches and the Cats.
You got leftovers? I'll take them home.
Patches is going to make us steak and pierogies tonight. So we can go downstairs and go
Bougie.
live for a couple minutes if you want. You want to do that?
Whatever you want to do.
All right.
This is your rodeo. I'm just in it.
All right. We'll be live on the Facebook page in just a few minutes.
That
wasn't.
That wasn't a good.
It's just your rodeo and I'm in it.
It's just your rodeo and I'm the clown. There we go. There we go.
Enjoy the rodeo. Enjoy the end credits. And
Please remember to spay and neuter your Spangles. Thank you.
Yes, and go adopt Dora. Thank you.